This is actually going to be a video where I go back 2 years and look at my favorites video from April 2016 and see if the products that I mentioned in that video are still favorites, if I've used them up, if I've replaced them with something else, if I've changed my mind about them, that kind of a thing. I first saw this video from Marnie from Miss Gold Girl. She's been doing these videos for years. I've kind of been copying her a little bit, so I'll go ahead and link her channel down in the description box down there below in case you wanted to go check her out. But I think I had 11 products that I talked about then, so this should go pretty fast, and as embarrassing as it is to me, I'll actually include my April 2016 favorites video down in the description box in case you wanted to go back 2 years and see what the video was like. The first product that I talked about is the Bliss Multifaceted Anti-Aging Clay Mask, and I actually don't have this product. I'll toss up an image right over here on the side of me in case I don't have the item anymore, but that was a 10% glycolic acid. It definitely felt like it pulled all the gunk that was in my skin up to the surface, and it definitely helped clear my skin. I actually had just received a handful of samples of that product. The last time that I saw that item, it was on sale at Sephora. I really liked that mask. I should have picked it up when I saw it on sale, but I just didn't. So I do still enjoy that mask. I think I might have 1 or 2 samples still hanging around randomly, but I don't own that product. So if I do see it in the future and I'm at a point where I can pick it up, I definitely will, because I did really enjoy it. The second item was the It's a 10 Miracle Blow Dry Volumizer. I was just thinking the other day that I needed to go to Ulta and repurchase this. You can actually use your 20% off coupons from Ulta on the It's a 10 products, and I really like this product. I love the fragrance of it. It's a non-aerosol root volumizer. You spray it in when your hair is damp, and you can either blow dry it or just let it dry like it is. Sometimes I would do either or. It really gave a ton of lift. It's probably the product that gives my hair the best volume out there, and I've tried a ton of root lifting products and volumizing products. Some of them work, but that one I feel like works the absolute best. The next item was a candle from Bath & Body Works. I don't have this candle anymore, obviously, but it was the Japanese Cherry Blossom fragrance. It is such a good fragrance. I think I had just discovered this fragrance about 2 years ago. I wish I would have smelled it earlier, but I just never did. So I don't have that candle anymore, but I do have one of the body butters from the Bath & Body Works Japanese Cherry Blossom line. These are really good. You can usually only find these body butters around during the semi-annual sales. I think there's one coming up around June. Yeah, the keynotes here are Japanese Cherry Blossom, Asian Pear, Mimosa Petals, White Jasmine, and Creamy Sandalwood. It's a really nice fragrance. So if you haven't smelled it, definitely don't be like me. Don't hold off on it. It's a really good one. I definitely recommend it to this day. Then I was talking about the polish from Zoya, and Monica had actually sent me this polish here. This is Zoya's Aurora. This is it here. This is a scattered holographic from Zoya. It is beautiful. I really love this polish. If you put 2 coats down on the nails, it's completely opaque. It's beautiful. Or you can just use 1 coat over a darker base like what I have on now. I really enjoy this one, and they do have a couple other similar scattered holographic polishes in their line. This one in Aurora is very similar to this one here in Dream, but it's just a blue version. So if you're in the market for super glittery, shimmery, holographic polishes, I definitely recommend these 2, and thank you, Monica. I really appreciate having this one in my collection. It's absolutely gorgeous. Number 5 was the Vera Wang Embrace Rosebuds and Vanilla perfume. That is this little guy right here. Let me take off the cap so it's not shining everywhere. This is a really nice fragrance. It's very light, it's very airy, there's not too much rose to it, it's not too floral. It's a really nice fragrance. I like rose fragrances, but I don't want to be overpowered by the rose in the fragrance, if you know what I mean. I would consider this one almost office appropriate. It's that light and airy of a fragrance. is really nice. I do still enjoy this, and I'm actually trying to finish this one off for 2018. I'll link that video up in the cards up there in case you're curious on the other products that I want to finish off this year. A very similar but sweeter version of the same kind of fragrance in the same family. These aren't like dupes for one another by any means, but this one, if you really like rose, this is another item that I would definitely recommend. This is the Sexy Hair, Vibrant Sexy Hair Rose Elixir, and this is the Rose and Almond Oil Hair and Body Dry Oil Mist. So this one, yeah, it's from a hair company and it's for your hair and body, but it's a dry oil mist, so you can spray it on your shoulders or your arms or your legs just to leave a little sheen. I really like this in the summertime. It smells delightful. I really enjoy spraying this on tattoos. It leaves just a really nice sheen to the skin that makes them look a little bit brighter, a little bit newer. So I definitely recommend both of these products if you like rose and rose fragranced items. This is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. I don't think it's been 2 years since I've been using this, but I guess it has. I get the darkest shade in dark brunette. This is what it looks like here. It's very similar in packaging and product wise as the Anastasia Brow is and the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I think that one's the same kind of pencil shape. So that is all that I have left in this product here. I picked this up, I'm gonna say 2 months ago, month and a half ago. I think it's been 2 months ago now. So these last me a couple months. I don't fill my entire brow in. I like to go really light at the front, and then the spoolies on these are really fantastic. So you can kind of just dust it through the brows really softly just so it kind of fades it out. I really enjoy the spoolies. I have this in the brows today, so that's why I'm talking about it. And then sometimes I don't feel like it's deep enough with my black hair, so sometimes I'll use a deeper pencil right at the outer like tail or the tip of my brows, but I really do love these, and these are about $7 to $8 depending on where you buy them. I found the cheapest for me is purchasing them from Walmart. I think they're about $7.99 from there. Sometimes you can score coupons to get $1 or $2 off. So I definitely think that these are worth it, even though they go pretty quickly because they don't have very much product in them. I think they actually have the same amount of product as the Anastasia Brow is though, and those are $20 or $21. So these are a good deal if you want to kind of cut that price tag a little bit. I was doing a Project 20 pan at this point. I think it was a 20 pan, and I had the Clinique eyeshadow in Nude Rose in that project. It was actually a duo, so there was 2 eyeshadows in it, and it actually had a blush, so I don't know if you would consider that a trio. It was an eyeshadow duo, but in the duo it had this shade called Nude Rose. I'll try and insert a photo over there if I can find one. It was a really soft transition shade. It was like a lighter version of Max Quarry or Max Ho eyeshadow. I really enjoyed it because it easily blended out deeper shades. So I do have the eyeshadow in Ho from MAC right here, so it was a little bit lighter than that. It was kind of a combination between Malt and Ho right here, these two. So if you were to combine those, that would be about the same tone as this eyeshadow. Quarry would be very similar as well. Ho just has a little bit more of a rosy tone than Quarry does, so I would say it was very similar to both of those shadows. I do have all 4 of these in the eyes, on my eyes today, so you can kind of see like how it looks, and as a transition shade, I think it's really soft, really pretty, so it's very similar to what I'm wearing today. The next 2 items I talked about is actually what's in this quad. So I mentioned specifically Blanc Type, which is this light one right here. I have that one all over my lid. I use that one to kind of set my MAC Painterly paint pot, and then I also talked about Deep Damson right there. It barely even looks like I've done anything to that shadow after the past 2 years, but I've really been using it. I use it in the crease, and I smudged it underneath the bottom lash line today. I just put it at the very outer corner of my eye, so I'm not really packing on a ton of this on the eyes, so you're really gonna have a shade like Deep Damson around for a very long time. It's like a wine berry color. It's very pretty. This Deep Damson is a matte, and Blanc Type is a matte squared. They had actually discontinued Blanc Type for a little while. I don't know what they were doing. There was rumors circling around that it was discontinued entirely. I had actually seen in stores that they had a couple pans of it, and I asked the girl and she said that they only have it in the refill pans in certain stores. I was like, okay, that's weird. And then they brought it back online. So it's available now. So I don't know if in that video from 2 years ago is when I mentioned that it was being discontinued, but it's not. It's still around. It still is buttery and beautiful and pigmented as it was then. So really love these eyeshadows. I would recommend any of these, honestly. I'll link my card up at the top for my MAC eyeshadows and the swatches of all those. Then there was 2 products from Lush that I had talked about. I was talking about the Lush Ultra Bland Facial Cleanser and also the Gorgeous Moisturizer. The Ultra Bland Facial Cleanser, that was my kind of introduction to solid cleansing balms. I'm not opposed to trying more in the future. I just don't think that I have any on hand right now. Oh, I lied. I have a little teeny tiny deluxe size sample of one from Clinique. I really enjoyed that product, but I just haven't repurchased it. And then with the Gorgeous Moisturizer, it was actually a Christmas gift because I personally could not see myself dropping $80 or $80+ on a moisturizer. That's just crazy to me. I will say though, the reason why it was so expensive is because it was supposed to be a replica of Princess Diana's moisturizer, and it had a ton of luxurious ingredients in it. They didn't cut any corners. It was like the creme de la creme of moisturizers. It was a really thin formula, but it was highly moisturizing, and a very tiny bit of it would go an extremely long way. I have not repurchased that one since it's over $80, but I've just kind of went back to my good old buddy here. This one is the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion Plus. Really enjoy this product. It doesn't have any sunscreen in it, so I'm almost out of this one. I need to pull out my backup, but I do enjoy this lotion. I've been using it for 11 years now, so I do like the Gorgeous one, but I'm not gonna go buy another one of those for 80 bucks. Then moving on to the last product into my fails section, I had been wanting to try Biotin for a very long time, like a hair, skin, and nail vitamin, just because my hair felt like it was at a certain point and it wasn't growing like my hair right now. I mean, it is long. It's very long. And I even gave myself a trim. I just cut off like 3.5, almost 4 inches of my hair, but it's very long right now. At that point, 2 years ago, it didn't feel like it was growing, and so I wanted to try a hair vitamin, see if it would help it grow a little bit. So I actually tried these Puritan Pride vitamins for the hair, 1 per day formula. This is what they look like here. I took 10 tablets out of this container, and my skin went ballistic. I had hundreds of bumps on my face, everywhere on my face, hundreds. I'm not talking about like 1 or 2 little guys, like texture all over my face. It was in my eyebrows, it was in my hairline. Ugh. It was bad. It was really, really bad. It took a couple of months for my skin to actually clear up, and I only took 10 of those vitamins. 10. That's it. 10 days, 1 vitamin a day, and my skin went crazy. I have an insanely adverse reaction to biotin. You'd think after 2 years I would have learned, but I didn't. So I have been using an eyelash serum. I really loved it. It's from Grande Cosmetics. You guys have probably heard me talk that product to death. And so when I saw that they had a brow serum that would help your eyebrows grow, I was like, yes, let me try it. So I saw this on the Octoly website. I applied for it. They actually sent it out. And I have seen benefits in my brows, but it's doing the exact same thing as the Puritan's Pride Biotin hair, skin, and nail vitamins, because it does have a ton of biotin in it. You'd think I would have known better. You'd think I would have known, but it was weird because I use my lash serum all the time, and that has a little, I think that has a little bit of biotin in it too, and that one doesn't break me out. I don't have any issues with that, but for the past almost 4 months that I've been using this product, I've been broken out too. So I just wanted to mention, it's kind of weird that 2 years later, almost to the month, I'm having the same situation happen. So I just thought that was kind of weird. I've been trying to clear my skin up. My forehead is really broke out right now. The rest of my skin is fine. It's not anywhere down on the lower half of my face. It's just from the brows and up, and it's really concentrated on the outside areas of my brows. It's been clearing up a little bit lately, but I'm not touching another biotin pill again. I think once I use this up entirely, I'm not gonna get another brow serum with biotin in it because I can't handle it. And the weird thing about it is that they're kind of itchy, so you know that it's like an allergic reaction. You're allergic to the product, something's not right. It's not like a regular blemish, and they're just everywhere. There's so many of them, and I have not had skin issues like that since I was 14, so it's not very common for me to have skin issues like that. I usually have pretty clear skin, so I've been trying to use these to help clear it up. I don't know, they seem to be be helping a little bit, but it's not going away fast enough for me. If you have any ideas on what to use to clear up an allergic reaction breakout, definitely let me know. But I've been trying these. These are interesting. These are the R2M Ready to Make Up Skin Exfoliating Peeling Pads from Kaylin. I've tried some Kaylin products through Ipsy a very long time ago, but I haven't heard of the brand since. But the reason why I applied for them from the Octoly website is because they have this solution in here which is great. You pull the pad out. Let's see if I can do this without dripping stuff everywhere. But you pull this out and there's actually a little hole here where you can put your hand in to rub it around on your face, and that gives you a little bit more control. They're very scrubby almost, so if you're somebody that likes a very light exfoliation, you're probably not gonna like those, but I like having a toner and an exfoliator that really buffs off any dry skin, because I do have dry skin, and so if there's any flaky dry patches on my skin, the foundation and makeup just sticks to it. So I'm trying to clear it up. I'm trying to use these. If you have any other remedies that you think really do work, definitely let me know. But those are all the products that I was enjoying 2 years ago. Definitely let me know if you've tried any of these out, or if you've had any similar reactions to Biotin, or if you have any other recommendations on certain product categories. Definitely let me know. If you have a different volumizer that you like, I might check it out. I'll do a little bit of research. But anyway, that was it. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.